Hey, we back, part 3. As Martin would say, we stomping with the big dogs. I guess Stephen Lord, they stepping with the big dogs. But this is part 3. We got the GOATs, you know what I'm saying, of the chemistry couple. So yeah, let's get into it.
So, where were you tonight?
I just thought it'd be better for us if I stopped going to class.
Well, you know, we got Sinclair and Overton, you know, in the top 5. Come on, we know why. We know why. The chemistry is crazy. One of our favorite couples, one of our favorite shows, right? Probably top 5 in all, you know, favorite shows as far as black sitcoms.
Come on, girl. You know you love that class. Besides, the only reason I signed up is so we can spend more time together. I'm gonna drop the class.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Oh, thank you, Obi.
So ends the academic career of Overton Wakefield Jones.
You know, and this is what I love about this whole moment here is like the definition of Sinclair's catchphrase, with, you know, woo, 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 woo. That's what you get from Sinclair and Overton, right? Woo, woo, woo. That's what this moment is.
I'm gonna miss it.
So sorry we had a fight over this.
Yeah, me too. You know what fighting means? Making up, baby.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. You know, you look at TV today, you don't see this type of chemistry of any of these couples, you know, from the Cliff and Claire to Martin and Gina to Sinclair and Overton to Stephen Lord. You don't see that type of chemistry. They have, you know, next level chemistry, and they had it from the very beginning as well. Relationship is the epitome of woo, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? It's the epitome of that, you know, just, you know, and real, you know, real true love.
You took off them shoes and got feet look like bubbles of chip.
Oh.
Okay. At least I can fit all my teeth into my mouth, chipmunk.
Oh. Man, so look, we just looking at the, you know, the chemistry between well, I guess Jasmine Guy and Kadeem, but Dwayne Whitley, and you know, this is what before they're even together, they're kind of starting to get together. But you know, this is just what makes them special. They, you know what I'm saying? See, this is what I'm saying. When people want to always get upset, I never understand. We gonna get to Stephen Lord. They're the, you know, they're the, you know, the feature presentation, if you will. But it always baffles me that how people are like, oh, you know, when Lord, you know, Whitley cracking on Dwayne cracking on Whitley, it's all good. But then when Lord does it with Steve, it's this bad and horrible thing. It's like, guys, it's a form of affection. You know, it's the way that they show affection, but I love it. These are the best couples, guys. I feel like the best couples.
And at 2 a.m., you stink.
You stink. Oh, no. The stank of the stank.
Stop tickling me. You smell like all the snacks I don't like.
Uh-huh. Whitley was on not Whitley, Jasmine Guy was on a show, and she was kind of talking about how, you know, when it came to her and Kadeem, it was really kind of awkward at first. You know, she kind of had to, because he's such a gentleman, you know, and so she was talking about how she have to, you know, hey, you got to look at me a certain way, and you have to, you know, eye contact. You know, I had to teach him, you know, you're supposed to kind of be in love with me. So when I walk in the room, your eyes are supposed to go wherever I go, right? So and remember, you know, again, they're adults, you know, but they had to learn, they had to build kind of that chemistry. And so,
listen, you are my woman, and I love you. But if you ever tell me that you're not speaking to me for a week again, I will drop you like a bad habit.
ooh, drop you like a bad one.
10-minute dramas you perform every time I want to go to a game, okay?
Woo. Look at this now. You, Dwayne just went off. Okay, set it off part 2. Right? There's only a part 1. And it looks like, you know what I'm saying, Whitley about to set it off part 3, as though it looks. But yeah.
I love it when you take charge.
Yeah, I love when you take charge. Come on, you know these guys are the OGs.
Looking old, I wanted to look like Duke Ellington.
You were cute.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You know, I still have that hat upstairs in the room.
You should wear it later.
I think I can find the suit too.
You won't need the suit.
They're the OGs to do this on this level where you felt everything that they were saying, but there was no touching going on. You know, and that's what I say what makes, you know, Stephen Law great. But we're going to get to Stephen Law, but that's what makes these guys great.
I miss you, especially in the dark.
Why is he rushing her? What is he up to, man? Why is he rushing her? With men rushing they win.
Dry up.
Dry up.
Behind this, behind yourself.
They were the first ones that I saw from myself. I can't speak for everybody, where they had a healthy marriage, they had a fun marriage, they had fun together. And the one thing that Cliff and Claire does that I think Steve and Laura do really, really well, kind of the first that show you the subtleties. If you guys know about that, right? The subtleties where they do things, they're very, very small things, and they're subtle, but they're big things, right? They're things that are very, very subtle, but actually sell it. But sells it. Like you said, like I said, the eye contact, the little, you know, batting of the eyes here or there, you know. And if you notice with them, they were the first ones to really kind of show us to have this crazy, ridiculous chemistry without having any physical chemistry, right? Touching and things like that. When it comes to them, there was such harmony. I don't think there's too many episodes that you found where Cliff and Claire were at odds. You know, whenever it came to their kids, they were in agreement. They weren't going against each other. They weren't, you know what I'm saying? And so they really were the standard of what family and how family should function.
10
Yeah.
pounds lighter.
Yeah. Yeah. So man, look, we're looking at the best chemistry couples, you know, and like I said, Martin and Gina are up there.
All of us going out together like on a double date.
No, Gina.
Yeah.
It ain't a double date. It's just me, you, Tommy, and Mama do. You have to relax on the insults, all right?
Look at him. Look. On him. Let's go back on him. Yeah. This right here. So look, this is what we're talking about, right? This is what I love about all these couples that I'm pointing out. This is friendship, right? This is relationship. Don't get me wrong, but this is friendship. When you're just vibing like this, you know what I'm saying? This is friendship. That's what. Yeah.
You know, baby, did you see him? Relax.
You know, made us want to desire. You know, you did. You made it. They made you desire a relationship like that. They made you desire that. They made, you know, being in love look cool. They made it trendy. They made it. This is what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I feel like they got to come in at number 2. That you got to bow to the OGs, which was Cliff and Claire Huxtable. You know, but then I definitely say next is Martin and Gina, just because of that. They, you know, they made you want to go out and want to get one of them. You know what I'm saying? They made you want to go out and want to get one of them. So they got to come in definitely at number 2.
People to express their true feelings, right? I'm like, don't make her in that case. I'm gonna tell you what I really think of you.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Steve, here it comes. Here it comes, Steve. Here it comes. Yep.
I'm a nerdy, annoying dweeb, right?
Right. And I'm very lucky to have you as a friend.
Oh. That's a pleasant curveball, isn't it? That is a pleasant curveball if we've ever seen one, huh, Steve? Lord's so sweet.
Hello, Steve. Laura?
Yep.
Shoot, you recognize.
Shoot, you recognize it.
Why are you two wearing? What is that you two are wearing?
Yeah, what is it, Steve?
Flamingo.
Yeah. I get it. I know some people, they be hating. They got the hater rate on high when it comes to Stephen Law. I get that, you know, and people prefer the relationship of, you know, Martin and Gina and Dwayne and Whitley. But what I'm saying is, if you just look at chemistry, if you just look at that, you can put Steve and Laura and Kelly and Jaleel, you can put them up against anybody.
He's been doing this all night. Every time he hears the word flamingo.
Flamingo.
Back like. They're hilarious. I love them.
I adore you. I worshipful friend waters the grass that grows on the ground. You're welcome. All I've ever wanted to do was make you happy.
Okay. So I don't. One day I'm gonna be able to watch this episode without getting emotional. Gosh, oh my gosh. But anyway, again, just looking at this again, we're just measuring the chemistry, and we're looking at it. You know what I'm saying? They 9 years in here. You know what I'm saying? And you can look at it and say, oh, well, they've been working together for 9 years. And it should be smooth sailing. And it's like, but if you guys know, stuff don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? People get on your nerves after 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, it's remarkable.
Remember me.
Ooh, I'm not.
Steve, wait. You can't just leave.
Why not?
Because I can't imagine my life without you.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, I didn't give me more. Give me some more.
Well, I'm saying that I love you and I want to marry you.
What? Okay, I'm cool. I'm good now, y'all. I'm good.
Yes.
I can't deal with it. Say, look, we saw those amazing couples, some of the greatest, can we say some of the GOATs, the GOATs, huh? What nerve you got putting Stephen, Laura, Kelly, and Jaleel saying, that they're superior, that they're the king and queen. But it's this little word called strategy or preparation that, Kelly and Jaleel did not get a part of. Let's peep some of these interviews here. You're going to hear some of this stuff out of their own mouths.
He came to my house and he was like, didn't I tell you whatever I get, if it's a movie or a TV show, you're going to be my leading lady. I really want you to do, I can't believe you got me begging you. And I was like, but Martin, I thought you was just playing.
So you didn't believe him when he said?
No, because everybody says that. And then what was even more interesting, Tashina, who I've known since I was 12 years old, had just come. He walks and he sees Tashina. He says, what are you doing here? Not knowing that she was already picked. And so she goes, she's my best friend. I'm staying at her house until, pilot season is over. He goes, okay, Tisha, please. And so
on house party together. Martin and Gina were on house party together. And then Martin told her, hey, if I get a job, I want you. Right? What is that, guys? That's preparation. That's strategy, right? What we have to understand about a lot of these shows that are so great is a lot of this stuff is in the background way before it comes to the surface. It's ideas that people have had for years, characters that they thought about for years, people that they wanted to work with for years, and then it comes together, right? And so
together was a movie called School Days.
I remember that.
We filmed School Days before either of us got A Different World. Yep. So on the days we used to party together. It was a very lively cast on School Days.
Okay.
And so when we got A Different World, we already knew each other, thank God, because I needed that support.
Right there, we heard, again, the queen and Jasmine Guy talking about, again, what are we hearing, guys? Her and Kadeem had previous history before they worked on A Different World. They were on School Days together. They partied together, right? They already knew each other before they even got to A Different World. These things matter, guys. They matter. They have a rapport.
Because I told him I love Kim Coles. That was my girl. I seen her on Showtime at the Apollo, and she was on Living Color. And I said I'd love to work with her. So he called me up and said, look, I got an audition for you. You get a chance to work with your girl, Kim Coles. I'm like, all right, cool.
Did you finally meet Kim Coles, or did you already know her? Or
No.
You had a crush.
I just had this major crush, man, and then I met her, and then I'm working with her, and that's my woman. Well, this was the easiest gig in the world. I get to kiss her every week.
Did you not like her man?
No, this was
getting paid to do that.
Brother, this was destiny. This was some stuff that was just supposed to happen. So we made it happen.
This is just a thing that, I just wanted to show those to show people you have to understand what goes on behind the scenes. There's a lot of strategy that goes on before the show even comes about. These couples, these chemistry couples, and why I say that, Kelly and Jaleel as Steve and Laura, are the king and queen of it, because you gotta respect a person's journey, and they did not have the same journey. They did not have, but for some reason they can hang, right? For some reason their chemistry is just as good. Let me pause here. Let me say this, because I know. Let me get this real quick, Steve. Let me get this real quick. A lot of people I know, you admire the friendship or the relationship of, Martin and Gina or Dwayne and Whitley more than you do Steve and Laura, and that's understandable. But what I'm talking about is the chemistry. You cannot say that even Martin and Gina had better chemistry than Kelly and Jaleel. And I think the reason why Steve and Laura gets overlooked a lot is because how people treat a lot of relationships. They treat them, it's like we need the simpletons, not y'all, not you guys, no. But the simpletons, they need things to be obvious. And Steve and Laura's connection was never obvious. It was never visible, but you could feel it. That's why I have made that the way you're making me feel. Steve and Laura made you feel more than actual about it. And I think that's why, Steve and Laura get curved at times, because what they have was not visible, which makes it feel unattainable, but it really is one of the greatest love stories ever. But if you really look at it, it's all, I make up my own words. They're not in the dictionary, but it's learnable. Like when you go and you look at Steve and Laura and you really watch them, you're like, man, I can apply that. That's what I think is, we have to look at it when it comes to Steve and Laura, like I was saying, the comparison to Cliff and Claire Huxtable, is that how did Steve and Laura learn the subtleties? How did they have that chemistry and those subtleties down so early? Right? They had that subtle chemistry down like crazy, like Cliff and Claire Huxtable. And, and that also is what is so impressive about them. Remember what I said about Jasmine Guy, see if I can get the interview in here, and I don't know if I can. But when Jasmine Guy was talking about how they had to learn, they had to build. Her and Kadeem had to build chemistry. They had to work on the subtleties. They had to work on it. And these two right here at 12, 13 years old had it like that. That's what makes them king and queen, man. Carved out, and I said this before, and the other one, Kelly and Jaleel carved out their own lane as Steve and Laura. There is nobody to compare them to. They remind me of of LeBron James, right? LeBron James, for y'all sports fans, y'all know what's up, right? He comes into the league and you can't compare him to one person, because you can't. LeBron James is like a mixed bag of all those, right? They're like, oh, he kind of reminds me of, Magic Johnson. Yeah, he kind of reminds me, he's a little bit of Larry Bird, and he got a little bit of, a little bit of Jordan-esque in him, right? You can't compare him. And that's why really what LeBron is doing, when you're like, oh, is he the greatest of all time? LeBron, if we're being real, has carved his own lane. He really has. You can say, is he better than Kobe? Is he better than, Michael Jordan? That's for people to debate. But really, in all realness and fairness, LeBron carved out his own lane. And that's what Kelly and Jaleel did as Steve and Laura. They carved out their own lane. Let's just go down the list. Didn't have the preparation, didn't have the strategy, probably didn't even know each other. They were 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? 12, 13, years old. They were thrown into the game and was passed the ball like, go get it. There was no preparation. There was no training camp. There was none of that. They got thrown into it. Jaleel comes on. They see a little bit of a kind of some my JJ hat. They saw dynamite. I didn't do it right, y'all. I didn't do it right. But they saw dynamite between, Kelly and Jaleel as Steve and Laura. And you just pay attention. And that's why the show changed directions completely and went in this direction, and like I said before, the lane that these other chemistry couples got. Kelly and Jaleel didn't get that, and they still did all this. This is why, guys, come on, man, come on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes them superior, and that's what makes them the number one chemistry couple, period, point blank. Yeah. Love God, love people. May God bless you. May God keep you.